Okay, so we should have cleared out our north side, most of our east side, and we're about to clear out the rest of our west side here. Hopefully that means that we'll be good for the next couple hours. But power's back online. We're not even using half of it anymore. That's good to see. We aren't doing any science though, so that is contributing, of course. Okay, so just here to kill off this tiny base and see if there's any other bases nearby. Finally get back to business. Yeah, that just popped out of nowhere. Uh-oh. We got some big biters. Could be in trouble. So, big biter evolution is out there, so we're gonna have to worry about that in our upcoming waves. Our current defenses are definitely not good enough to deal with a small amount of big biters, so we're going to have to be careful on that. Oil's still good. Looks like light oil's full now. I'll continue just to add these guys in here because we can. Just past 50% evolution. Yeah. I think we definitely want to get lasers up soon. But for that, we need some blue science to be done. So let's get that going finally. So again, we need engines. We need to make some engines. So for engines, we need iron and steel. We have right here. Where did I make those splitters? I know I made some red splitters somewhere. Here. So evolution is basically the biters. You know, they get stronger over time. They don't just sit back and, you know, throw puny forces at you the whole game. They get stronger as your pollution increases, as time goes on. And there's a, you know, you start off with the small biters, and then you get spitters, and then you get, I don't know the order, but there's small biters and spitters, there's medium biters and spitters, and then there's big biters and spitters, and then other things as well. Hey Jedi. It's been a little rough recently. Our friends here on the planet, for some reason, don't like all this pollution and mining of resources and whatnot, so they've been attacking me pretty nonstop, and it's kind of annoying. But we just had an expedition and exterminated quite a large number of them very mercifully. So I made those splitters for this. Belts. Yeah, right? I mean, if they're not going to use it, then what's the point of being all outraged about it, right? I mean, if it was bad for the planet, you know, then you'd think the planet would do something, right? Think of how I want to do this. I think I'm going to make our engines and things here. Not sure where I want to make blue science exactly. I could make it here, so it's right next to it. But I'll probably just make it here and then belt it over. That means I'll want my engines probably right here. Bring our fuel down. I have to make this as convoluted as possible. I can't have everything go the right way. I have to make sure they go perpendicular sometimes and parallel other times, because otherwise it looks too nice, and we wouldn't want that. Okay, so we got everything here. No, Jedi. If the planet wanted to do something, then you'd see like volcanoes or something like that. That's nature. But animals, we're animals, you know? And we're smarter than these guys, so we know what's best. And I don't believe for a second that these creatures could possibly be nature's defense. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so these all are things that I'm going to need for my engines. Here they are. So engines take 10 seconds to make. These all make in 0.5 seconds. I need 2 pipes, one iron gear wheel, and 1 steel plate. So these will be enough for 20, I guess, if I'm mathing correctly. So we're gonna just make maybe 8 or so engine. Give me a second. Okay, so I want these on different sides. So the way that I'm going to do that, simply just mash them together. Bring them down. Okay, so instead of this, I'm gonna bring them down this way. They got Enter the Gungeon? Nice. It really is. It's I definitely struggled at the very beginning, but I think it's very fun, and there's so much to explore. Since I learned, there's always another secret in the game, and that's what's really magical about it. Like, you think you understand the game and you know where to go, everything to do. There's always more. And this is really cool. By the time you finally understand what everything does, I mean, I was like probably 80 or so hours in, and that's, you know, even if I stopped playing then, you know, that's definitely my money's worth. Though I will say I got it for free from Epic. But I think they did quite a good job on the game. You and Fluffles should race, so you can beat the dragon first. Little healthy competition never hurt anyone. Alright, so we have our engines. They are looking pretty good. Now we can finally set up blue. The second boss can be hit or miss. The Anaconda is 1000% the worst boss in the game. I think that's pretty much consensus among all of the community that I've never looked into at all. But because the thing is just so random. So yeah, I think so. Blue science needs sulfur, which we have up here. Advanced circuits, which we have down here, and engines, which we have right here. So I think everything is in place. We'll just plop this down right here and good to go. I do need some more assembly machines. So as you can see, we can finally see how this is working out, and since this is no longer backed up, and we're not doing too hot on our copper, as you can see. It's barely getting even to where we had it before. Not to mention the 8 more that we put in there. So we're gonna need to find some way to supplement this, make it a little bit better, a little faster. I think the perfect way to do that would be adding red belts. In the end, this doesn't really change too much. It does help a little bit because we'll have less buffering, because the guys down here won't be saving up. You know, these guys are saving up even though they're already making. So that's how these work, but these aren't. So if we have them go up faster and through these guys, then they'll all be making at the same time, and that's better at least. Not by much, but it is better. Go. So we're gonna just leave a lot of room for this. Seven. Seven sounds like a good number here. Okay, and then for this, we'll just figure out a way to add this to the side that I want it to be added to. We need it on the top portion. Yeah, like that. Smart. And we can just fit this up here. Be good to go. Split this here and voila, we have all of our ingredients for blue. We are going to need to save some engines for advanced circuits or advanced engines, but for now we'll just leave it like this. Be happy about it. Okay, so here on this side needs to be red circuits, and we have that right here. Grab this. This is not the cleanest way. I could probably just put a splitter right here. This'll work. And that's all that matters. We have space. We don't need to worry about wasting space. Okay, we need more long hands. I never really noticed how the Marine is passive. When I play him, he seems the same to me because I just never noticed the passive. I'm sure he's better, or he's pretty good, but for me personally, I never really felt the difference. My favorite character is definitely the Huntress. He has a wolf. Spoilers. Our alternate costume is the best, by far, obviously. Round. And for me, I really like the crossbow. The dog itself is pretty underwhelming, but I do like me some crossbow. It does some pretty good damage, and the stray on it isn't too bad. And I've come up with some awesome pro level gamer techniques where I shoot with my primary pistol and then end it with a crossbow shot. And then if you go back to your primary, start reloading. Once that's done reloading, your crossbow is going to be good to go again. So it just free extra damage at the end of your primary. And that's how I've decided to live my life in Gungeon. Right. It's a random chance of getting an item after a floor, after a room end. And then he also helps you find mimics, which you should be able to on your own, but you know, it's not a bad reminder. The dog will bark whenever he finds a mimic. So all in all, dog, pretty negligible, all things considered. But at the same time, you know, it's not bad. Again, I think her main thing is the crossbow. Alright, so these are put onto... No, it doesn't matter. I'm not using military. There you go. Guys, we've done it. We finally have blue science. After so long. So now we can actually get some stuff. We could potentially get uranium, since it appears like we're going to be here for a while, so that might be worthwhile. Do electric engines. Oh, see you later, Jedi. Thanks for coming by. And I agree, if you can't pet the dog, then something went wrong. Right, so this is all good. Let's clear our military out. Oops. You need a dog mod for Factorio. I mean, how many dogs would you put in there, though, Fluffles? Sounds dangerous. On robotics. Put all the dogs. Oh, you... Okay, now I'm thinking about it. You could definitely change the sprite of the robots into flying dogs, and that would be amazing. And just for the memes, you could also put random Nyan Cat as well. I waste time on ammo and warhounds or anything, because you know then you're risking your warhound. That's animal cruelty or something. So now that we have blue science up and running, let me make sure all of these are actually working. they appear to be. Now that we have blue science actually working, what I want to do next is work on the rest of our science, which we have not gotten access to yet. So we're just gonna work on getting all this science done first, and I guess we can work on some infrastructure. I'm gonna make some modules here while I can, and these modules, what they do is you can put them inside of buildings, and they'll give you a certain effect. And right now I'm gonna make a lot of productivity modules. The productivity modules will allow you to get a free product every so often, and it's always very helpful. This is going to be temporary, although technically I should just probably set up a real setup, because we're going to need a lot of modules in the future anyways. It might be worth just setting it up now. But oh well. I'm lazy. I need to learn Lua. I need to do more programming in general. I have a very elementary knowledge in programming, and I'd like to increase. I stopped because my old computer was terrible, and it could not handle processing anything. If I wanted to try doing any games or any in-depth process, it'd just take forever or crash. I was trying to mess around with Unity a little bit and just could not do anything. It was the worst. I did make Tetris though. That's all that matters. I need poles, I guess. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, this is gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna go transfer some circuits over, and then we can have that going. Again, this is for the greater good here. We are gonna be using these out in the future, and it's really good for me to get it out now since we have so much excess and everything. Because this is the one of the main things that I always neglect until it's too late, and then I end up having to wait on this. I am running out of everything today. Go get more stuff. Yeah. I also did Snake, and what else did I do? I did one of those falling game things. Fortunately, I could do those because they were all 2D, and my computer could at least handle that. What happened? Oh, this finally dried up. I never put circuits back into this line. We ran out of green science. That's silly. Oh yeah, I've learned Python and C# basically aren't too bad. And C# is pretty close to Java. So I think I should be able to pick that up with a little bit of learning. At least I hope so. I just need to find the time to do it. I have too many things. And editing all those YouTube videos take way too long. They take all my free time. It's awful. Please watch them, by the way. Even though, well, you guys don't have to watch them because you're already here for all these other videos, but still. Yeah, I have so many things I want to do, but I mean, doing this, which is pretty awesome, but it's taking up a large amount of my free time, and you know, work and studying and whatever else I need to do. A little rough. My guitar broke and I want to buy a new one, but I know that if I buy it, I'm never going to actually get the time to play it. Feel bad. Just taunting me in the corner. B-Star. If entertaining you guys was a hassle, then I wouldn't do it. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks, guys. But the YouTube thing, that's a hassle. Namely because, you know, anyone who'd probably be interested in watching is already watching here. Thanks, again, by the way. And it's pretty hard to get through the algorithm on YouTube to have people actually see your videos, and then they'll have to watch it. Okay, so we have our productivity modules and our speed modules. I am making both because they are required for things in the future. And I just wanted to get that set. I did want the productivity modules right now because I'm going to put them into our science buildings, and that's going to help us out and lower the cost for a lot of this stuff. In the description. But I mean, V-Star, I only put up my VODs up there, really. I break them up a little bit and edit them a little bit as well, but if you're already here, then you've probably seen most of it. You can go and check out the older series when I was more of a scrub streamer, because that's totally not what I am now. Because there are some pretty good ones. I really enjoyed my Subnautica stream. It's fun. Subnautica is a pretty awesome game if you haven't tried it and you like the survival genre. Definitely recommend it. So you can see here that we're kind of struggling on the circuits here, and that's again because of our copper is just not so great. So let's go fix that for now. Darn people trying. Oh wow, we had like 20k copper in here, and we've already used it all up. That's not good because this copper is actually supposed to be used for low density structures. That's the reason I have this. Um, but I guess we'll start using it now. Yeah, so go ahead and bully me off stream as well as on screen. On stream, it's fine. All these days, kind of mean, but whatever. You know, do your thing. It's your right as a viewer. That's completely the wrong way. Okay, so with this, hopefully, this will help us out on our copper. It's not gonna be great, but it's definitely gonna be better at least. I mean, we already have a good stock of advanced circuits, so we're in a good position, I think. Blue is gonna be going 24/7. Great. You can see we have all of this. This is way more than we've had in other runs, so I'll take it. The only problem is when we run out, it might be an issue. Yeah, I'm kind of putting it off because it's just more work. Oh, shoot, we haven't been researching. What do we want? We're gonna need this. I guess robots, huh? Yeah, let's get robots. I normally skip robots because they take time, and I'm stubborn as well. But again, if there's ever a run to do it, it's this one. To finish this, and I'm going to place these productivity modules in the base of our science buildings. Then I'd also probably like to place them in here once we get more. Probably should have put them in the front area, but that's okay. See what happens when we increase the speed on these guys. Probably not too much. I am curious. Also, game, why would you do that to me? Go ahead. Today was the episode where I finally completed the bullet. Have you guys done? I guess you guys haven't done that yet. You haven't been to the floor, right? But just in case you were wondering, that is your current assignment in the gungeon. It's not enough to just beat the gungeon. You have to start making your bullets. So good luck with that. The bullet to kill the past. This is not spoilers because it is actually in the intro lore thing. The main lore of the game is everyone's coming to the gungeon to kill their past. They all have something in the past that they don't like, and the gungeon supposedly has secrets to be able to do that. To kill their past, change the past, whatever you want to call it. And so what you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out how to do that. So that for me took a pretty long time to figure out how to work around, but it was fun. I definitely had a lot of help on that series. Right, robots, statistics. Okay, so all this is set. We don't have to worry about this anymore. You can see copper is looking about the same. That's a little depressing. I figured it would be a little bit farther, actually, but whatever. So next I want to start on getting robot things, namely electric engines. So for that, we're going to need to get our lubricant, finally. And for that, I'd like to make our advanced engines probably right here. Man, we have so much oil. It's crazy, but not enough petroleum. We're gonna need to convert these. So that's what I'm gonna actually do now. I'm gonna start converting this. We need to get the solid fuel as well. I completely forgot about setting that up. So I'm gonna make a couple chemical plants. I only have 4. I'd like to make at least 15, I guess. These chemical plants are going to be used to crack the light oil into... What? Wasn't the chest I put here full? I refuse to believe that because it took so long to just get through that other stuff. Now that's full. Yeah, so we need to crack the light oil into petroleum, and potentially we could also make the light oil into solid fuel. Solid fuel will be used for our rocket parts, so we can actually make progress on our rocket. I know, amazing. And here it is. And then we'll have 1/3 of our rocket set up. Not acquired by P. No, it is not. If you want more info on what you're looking out for, I can tell you. But I'd suggest you just play through, I guess, and you'll figure it out. There's someone on the 5th floor that you should look out for. That's all I'll say. Okay. Finally got lasers. It has been pretty quiet lately, so that expedition that we had earlier was definitely worth it. Okay, these are full blast now. That's awesome. Let's pick up these. Oh, you know, while I'm at it, here, like that. Go, and then I'll also add these to our circuits. Perfect. How do these work on cables? Ooh, I guess I might want to add them there as well. Kind of a Have an ask though. A lot of resources going into these, but I guess in the end it's worth it because I'm going to make thousands of these, so it's better to have a lot of these set up, especially since our main thing that we're missing out on is this stuff, so having extras of these would definitely help out. Yep, alright, sounds good. Have fun. Okay, so advanced engines, lubricant, that's what we were doing. Let's go pick up our chemical plants. That should be over here. Hey, perfect. That's 15. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Play this on your screen, and I'd appreciate it if you did the YouTube thing, like, comment, subscription, you know the deal. Thanks again, I'll see you next time.